Arg! Ahoy there, matey! Welcome aboard the world of boating.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
I was just looking into buying a boat of my own.
Call World of Boating toll-free now at 1-8888-28-BOAT. That's 1-888-828-BOAT.
And welcome. This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate. Captain Patrick Barry, the boater. We are your crew as we navigate the latest boating news and information. And we are joined by a special guest to kick off today's edition of the big show from the St. Pete Boat Show. Mark from Novolux is with us as well. So we got a full crew. Mark, welcome to the World of Boating. How are you?
Hey, guys, doing really well. There's a really strong crowd at St. Pete, and then we've been getting a lot of interest on the solar electric yacht that we have here.
Nice. Yeah, so they have this electric yacht on display. By the way, how many times or how many boat shows have you already been out and about with this vessel?
This is my fourth boat show. One was a private event, and, really picking up traction now. I can hear people explain to their friends how Novolux is, does this and that with their boats, and it's really great to see how much people know now.
Right. And the event has been going on, obviously, all weekend. What can you tell us about as far as the attendees? Are you seeing a lot of traffic, or is it a little muted, I would imagine, or what?
It's not. It's really? It's a full crowd, I would say. It's been busy Thursday, Friday, and it's busy today. I think everyone wanted to just get out and go to the boat show.
There you go.
And the buyers are, they seem pretty real.
All right. That's good news. Patrick, what say you? You've seen this vessel. It looks pretty impressive from the pictures. I'd like to be there in person, but,
absolutely. We had Mark on previously, and we're talking about his vessel.
Yep. You want to go out on that, don't you?
It's, one, I really, really like cats. I really do.
Well, who doesn't? They're the most searched thing on YouTube.
Oh, not that cat.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right. Yes, I agree. I think they're the most comfortable boat you can get out on the water with, and because you get all that extra deck space.
Well, you have that. You have the stability. You just your floor plan is you can do so much with cats, whether power cat or a sail. Mm-hmm. And what Novolux has done with the electric solar, the hybrid stuff, building from now, Mark, you build from the ground up. You work with manufacturers and you retrofit, correct?
Absolutely. And we actually sold a boat right before the show, which is the best thing to do. And we have an Elite 50 is going to start construction in Thailand, and it's built at the same yard that they build the Silent Waves. The Silent,
Nice. Gotta love that. What do you think, Barry? I know you're looking at that boat right now as we speak.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And and this thing doesn't draft much water either, does it?
3 feet, just around 3 feet, I believe.
3 feet.
So It's good for shallow water. This would almost be perfect for Mike doing his.
No,
it wouldn't be for that big.
Why wouldn't it?
One, it's not Mike's type of boat, and two, it's gonna have too much beam for him.
Okay.
Oh, for the places he wants to go to?
Okay. Yeah. It has to be a little narrower. Yeah. But are you taking people out around the bay there in St. Pete today or not?
Not at the show, but we did go out the day before and took some reporters out, and we took some really good drone footage and recorded some numbers. But no, it's chaos here. We can't be pulling it in and out.
Got it. So you're just showcasing it. And, the beautiful thing about a boat like the Novolux is that it is electric, and therefore, it has less noise. So you really, it's almost like combining a sailboat and a motorboat, isn't it, Mark?
I think that's what it is. It is a hybrid. It's a hybrid between a sailboat and a motorboat. And,
And I love that, because
it's limited. It has unlimited power.
It has unlimited power, but it's quieter. So it'd be the perfect vessel for the World of Boating radio show studio, the floating studio that we've had planned for years now. So we're going to have to see if we can make that happen. So the boat's on display. People, actually, this is already owned, but people can look at it. possibly consider buying one of these and having it built to their specs, I guess. Is that it, Mark?
Yeah, well, the owner will sell this boat for 1.2.
Any boat is for sale for the right price, and evidently 1.2 is what it is for this guy. Okay.
Exactly.
What's he planning to do? Why does he want to sell his boat already? He wants to upgrade?
It's always the same story, girlfriends and wives. But he wants a sporty sailboat again, and he'll just stay in hotels. So he's
makes sense. That makes sense. All right, but overall at the St. Pete Boat Show, people seem to be out and about. There, I mean, I would imagine they have all kinds of protocols. There's plenty of bottles of goo laying all over the place for people to keep their hands clean and masks and all that kind of stuff. But they're out and about, and the show seems to be doing pretty well, huh? At least from your perspective. That's good to hear. I like that. I like those kind of reports. Patrick, go.
Mark, when we're talking about Novolux and in particular the Elite 50, for our listeners that may have not been tuned in or listened to the podcast when you were on previously, what are the advantages that we're looking at with the hybrid versus traditional? Now, we know unlimited range, but what else are they looking at?
Yeah, so I mean, the number one thing is the experience. Being silent and moving around without any smell. You can be on the deck outside and cruise and talk. But what the real advantages are is you generate more power than you use each day. So we have electric propulsion system, but we're overpowered for the air conditioner, for the house load. So all of those things that you typically use a generator to keep going overnight and annoy your neighbors at the next mooring ball, none of that is necessary on a hybrid electric boat. And then how we size the boat is so that in a typical day, 4 hours, you go cruise speed as electric, but then the DC generator will kick on. You got 1,000 miles of range. So it loses nothing, and it has so many more advantages for actually when you're using the boat.
Nice.
Now, I can tell you from a manufacturing standpoint and working for a luxury boat and yacht manufacturer, I know the industry. It seems that you're at the forefront of this. I mean, you've really taken this in a direction that I see mainstream large boat manufacturers are going to be trying to play catch up with you.
I think so, and honestly, they've taken some missteps. I think one of the recent ones, I was really excited about the Fontaine Peugeot MY40, but the truth is it comes with 500 horsepower pod drives and it's super fat. So that type of boat you would never electrify. So really, I think that business as usual is still fine for those guys. They're probably not going to get in the market for another year. But the other players who are smart and see the writing on the wall are starting to make moves and build electric boats.
Now, is Novolux, are you licensing out any of the technology like Tesla may do, or are you keeping everything in-house?
Well, I mean, what my contribution is really putting all the pieces together in a fully functional yacht. So right now, I mean, I'll tell you, my electric system is the Torqeedo Deep Blue electric system. That's the best one on the water. They has the best service. It has the best warranty. That's what I use because, but when it comes to secret technologies, which everybody else thinks they have, I am starting to get into that. That takes a little bit longer from an R&D standpoint. And I don't want to put something together that hasn't been in the water for 10,000 hours. So I'm a little bit behind, you would say, on building out my own proprietary system. But I put all the parts together in a form that works, and it works today.
Yeah, sounds like the Steve Jobs of electric boats. How about that? You like that title there, Mark?
I don't mind it.
Well, that's a big challenge because even taking somebody like Torqeedo, and what you have to do, what you just mentioned, is take all the components plus the solar aspect of it and make it work again and again and again. Like you said, 10,000 hours, for trial.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. No doubt about it. I think it's great that it's out there. People can look at it, they can touch it, they can feel it. The SAP Boat Show this weekend. From here, the next show you plan to attend is what, Mark? Do you know?
I don't know. Maybe when the shows start opening up, the fall, Fort Lauderdale would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can get this boat complete, the Elite 50, by the Miami Boat Show next year, that would be the belle of the ball.
All right. Well,
yeah, and that one they're combining all 3 boat shows into one.
There is some crazy talk of doing some stuff like that.
No, they're doing it.
They're
doing it.
I knew they combined 2, but you're saying 3 now.
All 3.
All 3. Look at that.
All 3.
All right.
Press release came out.
Well, we'll cover that and some more next. Mark from Novalux, thank you so much. NovaluxYachts.com. Go there, check them out, and we got more coming up on the World of Boating.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why we've added Nanook protective hard cases to our list of products you can now purchase on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. Underwater photographers, listen up. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook protective cases cost less than similar products currently on the market. The company has been around for over 15 years, but it's new to the U.S., so we've made a small number of Nanook cases available exclusively for you at a special introductory price on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Go there now and check out Nanook, the evolution of protection.
Be an explorer in the other 2/3 of your world. Be the buddy who takes the kids in the aquarium instead of just to it. Be adventurous. Be amazed. Be a diver.
Even Keatley wasn't ready for me, or anything that followed. Chased by a police department, led by his ex-girlfriend, and hunted by brain fork-wielding Fijian assassins, it's everything he can do to keep from getting locked up, killed, or worse. Kava Screw is available as an ebook for $2.99 at Amazon.com. Kava Screw. Put a brain fork in him. He's done.
successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the world of boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Who are you?
We're from the State Mental Institution. We chartered the boat. We're going to go fishing, and that's all there is to it.
But I won't cry myself to sleep. My soul no longer weeps, but my body lies in the heart of the sea.
This is the world of boating. Greg, your first mate, Captain Patrick Berry, the boater, rounding out the cruise. We navigate the latest boating news and information and get an update from the St. Pete Boat Show. Thanks to Mark from Nova Lux for covering that base for us today. That's good to hear that people are out and about. You know, obviously they still need to stay socially distanced, wearing their masks and all that stuff, but they're out there trying to find their boats and get out there, do some boating. You're a fan of that,
The weather's
right?
gorgeous this weekend.
Yes, it is. I'm
At
actually
least here in Florida.
I'm going boating possibly tomorrow. I am. I'm going to be a boater tomorrow, Patrick. It counts.
He's going to be a passenger.
You're going to be a passenger.
I'm going to be on a boat, which makes me a boater. We've had this conversation a billion times.
And we have, and you lost, and all that makes you, actually, it doesn't even make you a passenger in your case. It makes you ballast.
That's not true.
There's not much ballast there.
That's it.
Okay. Well, regardless, that's my plan because the weather is very, you know, it's cooperating today. So that's
a couple things on Nova Lux. When we were talking about for Mike and Mike's search for a new boat, when I was talking about beam, the beam on that boat on the 50 anyway is 24 feet.
Yeah.
So that's a little more than he'd probably want to handle. But again, with a cat, I mean, you can't beat them for stability and for comfort and with that type of technology for cruise. And if you're going to search for Novalux, be aware that it is Novaluxe. So not LUX.
NovaluxYachts.com is the website.
And as we wrapped up the end of the last segment, breaking news in the world of boat shows. The National Marine Manufacturers Association, owner and operator of the Miami International Boat Show, and Informa Markets, who is the co-owner and producer of the Miami Yacht Show and the Super Yacht Miami Show, announced a landmark partnership creating the first joint production of South Florida's preeminent winter boat shows. So set to debut Wednesday, February 16th, 2022, which is over President's Day weekend. The joint event, which will carry the Miami International Boat Show name, will debut.
Do they say where they're going to? The main base is going to be.
That would be. It's got to be the that's the same area
The
off
Marine,
Rickenbacker.
the Marine Stadium.
Yeah, the on-land portion of the event will take place at the newly reimagined Miami Beach Convention Center. So
back to there.
Well, for the on-land displays,
okay.
The featured in-water activities will be at Sea Isle Marina, One Herald Plaza, and Island Gardens Deep Harbor on Watson Island. Now,
so wait a minute. So is that the stadium area, or that's the old Miami Boat Show?
Right.
Areas, right.
But remember that convention center is huge.
Right.
Yeah, but the reason what happened is the reason why they moved to off Rickenbacker is they started to renovate the Miami Beach Convention Center.
Yep.
And they were doing one half at a time, and it's taken was it now 5 years for them to go and renovate this thing. And my understanding at the time was they were actually reducing the size of the doors, which didn't make sense. I don't know if that actually happened or not. But
have they seen how big boaters are these days?
If I'm reading this press release correctly,
what are the odds?
The on-land portion will be at the Miami Beach Convention Center, and the in-water will be at Sea Isle Marina, One Herald Plaza, and Island Gardens Deep Harbor on Watson Island, which means the other venue on Rickenbacker, I guess they're not doing.
No, they're not. That used to be. That's where they put up all those tents on Rickenbacker Causeway.
Yeah.
Used to be the convention center part of it, and then they always had it over by the Herald building of the old Herald.
Yeah,
building.
but what they did when they moved off Rickenbacker, they bought into temporary docks.
Yeah.
So
you brought in those boats, yes.
Right.
So the boats that would have normally been in display on land at the convention center,
they were in the water.
They were in the water.
Yeah.
What's weird about this is Miami Beach. I'm not even going to go into how much money and bonds they floated to purchase that area and start to renovate it with the idea that they'd be hosting this event going forward for a long time. And
well, they never really renovated that Marine Stadium. They
pressure washed it. Come on.
Yeah, that's about it.
That was, I think it was always going to be a temporary place because the biggest issue was, as Greg and I saw, was parking. You had to actually plan out where you were going to be and take buses.
No, I'm telling you, when they moved it over there, the plan for Miami was they battled hard for that. They wanted that show at that location and not Miami Beach. And that's surprising. I think it's a great move, other than the fact that, the Miami Beach Police Department robs us every manufacturer when they go in there with an oversized load. They get you going in and coming out to run like a mile and a half with a police escort. It's like, come on, man.
Well,
and that's where Greg lost his World of Boating shirt one time there.
Yeah, that's true. They broke into my vehicle and stole our World of Boating shirts.
Actually, what he didn't see is they threw it in the back of the truck. They gave it back to him.
Wrong. No,
what is this?
So just to be clear, though, so the three entities combining for the boat show are the Miami Boat Show, and what are the other two?
The Miami Yacht Show and Super Yacht Miami.
Okay, which in the past, haven't all three of those happened at the same time anyway, or no?
No.
They haven't?
No.
Okay, I thought they were
I
thought the yacht show was kind of happened at the same time, but just down the road, and you had like a no.
I don't think so.
I remember seeing it when I would go to the boat show at Miami Beach. They would have all the big yachts along Collins Avenue. It was a separate entity, but it was during the same time period.
Exactly, that's what.
And then they had the sailboats down at One Herald Plaza.
Well,
that's where all the big boats went. The sailboats,
at Bayside, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Which is
to go on in this, our industry and organization are incredibly grateful to the city of Miami for providing a home for our boat show these last 5 years at the Miami Marine Stadium and Park. And we look forward to bringing this exciting new event to both downtown Miami and Miami Beach. So,
all right. Well, anyway,
Miami Marine Stadium is done and done.
Okay, but they got the three entities together. They're going to have the show, but the dates of it won't be February. That's too soon, I'm assuming.
No, 2022.
2022 in February. That'll be the first
Correct.
one. Okay, got it.
Wednesday, February 16th through Sunday, February 20th, 2022.
Book your hotels
plans now.
Yes. It's probably safe this far out because those hotel rooms get pretty pricey in downtown Miami Beach. All right, more coming up on the World of Boating. Stay close.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Traffic sucks, unless you're scuba diving with Mike Scott.
Mike glanced down at his dive computer. It showed less than 50 PSI left in his tank. Probably just a few more breaths.
Or riding shotgun in a thrilling car chase.
One bullet hit the Jeep's windshield, spiderwebbing the passenger side. Mike shifted into second gear and felt the Jeep leap forward. This just got serious.
Escape your commute with audiobooks from author Eric Douglas. Download to your phone. Go to booksbyeric.com or audible.com.
Be an explorer in the other 2/3 of your world. Be the buddy who takes the kids in the aquarium instead of just to it. Be adventurous. Be amazed. Be a diver.
Imagine traveling twice as fast as you can drive Imagine taking friends and family snorkeling, surfing, skiing, shopping, and more to exotic destinations. Imagine attending business meetings in cities far away and still making it home at night. Or just imagine exploring the wild blue yonder. Quit dreaming about it and get to it. There has never been a better time to become a private pilot, and Flight Training Professionals in Orlando will show you how. Flight Training Professionals in Orlando is your full-service flight school. A state-of-the-art flight simulator, a fleet of the latest Cessna aircraft, and a staff of full-time seasoned flight instructors are just a few of the many reasons Flight Training Professionals in Orlando is the place to start your aviation adventure. Call 407-896-0077. That's 407-896-0077. Or go to ftpros.com. That's ftpros.
Miami International Boat Show, combining forces with two other in-water boat show events. And now they're going to be 3 into 1. Still under the same banner, Miami International Boat Show, I assume. Is that correct, Patrick?
It's correct.
Okay. So now we know we can plan accordingly for 2022 February.
Yeah, Greg,
and,
make sure that you
Miami
pencil
Beach.
it. Make sure that you pencil it in
Yep.
to attend, and then cancel on me at the last minute, like normal.
Well, that's typical
And
protocol. Yes.
Yeah,
correct.
with
Yeah.
I don't know, you got a dive trip planned, or
Yeah,
I don't know.
hopefully.
that your cat has rabies, something
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
It's too cold in February.
You know, my
Yeah.
schedule's wide open right now. If they'd have it, I probably would go. But by then, though, maybe things might be picking up, and I might have some other things that'll distract me. But we'll see.
What if I tell you that if you come down and meet with myself and Barry
Yeah.
at the show,
Right.
we will.
You're not selling it very well right now, right off the top, I got to say.
We will allow you
Oh.
to go and see Guy Harvey.
What?
Ooh.
You will allow me and Guy Harvey are like buds. You
No,
know this,
no, you
right?
are not.
Guy,
you are
Guy
not.
Harvey just shakes your hand because he shakes everyone's
Incorrect. I have Guy's cell phone number. I have his personal email.
So
we
do
go
I.
way back. Liar!
And I was there the last time that you walked up, and you're like, "Hey, Guy, it's me, Greg. Scoop Radio," and he's like,
He doesn't
"Security,
sound like that. You don't know
security."
him.
Who is
You
this
don't
guy?
know him. No, he talks to me because I paid him off years earlier.
Yeah,
So
pennies.
So anyway, he's a great guy, of course. I mean, he's Guy Harvey, the fisherman guy. Yeah. So anyway,
and other industry news breaking this week, Volvo Penta, who we are working, and when I say we, I actually mean me.
Yeah.
We are working on securing an interview with Volvo Penta to talk about some of their new product, the DPI drive, and they announced assisted docking. We'll talk
wow.
more about that on the backside of the break.
Docking for Greg, your first mate. That's what it sounds like to me. All right, more coming up on the World of Boating.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Guys, we have a situation. I broke the bathroom.
How the heck did you manage to do that?
We ran out of TP, so I had to use my shirt.
Ew.
Well, long story short, turns out that pipes on the boat are not BVT compatible.
It can handle tidal waves that the stories talk about, and it can weather any storm. Come aboard, we're going out.
This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate, Captain Patrick Barry, the boater, rounding out the crew, navigating the latest boating news and information like we do every Saturday. You can see us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, you name it. And we apologize in advance for that. I've been tweaking the video, by the way, this week. It started off a little rough, this week, I got to say. But we're actually, I believe we're in like high def today, guys. And no one's complained yet. Like, hey, we can see you guys better. What the hell are you doing? But feel free to comment accordingly. And once again, I apologized in advance for it. So we're covered. Patrick?
I am really interested in this self-driving yacht, though.
What do you with the Volvo Penta?
Boat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get into this because this is getting us into
idiot-proof diving or boating.
No, it's getting us into Terminator territory.
That's right.
And I'll explain why.
Okay.
So this past week, Volvo Penta announced an assisted docking system for its IPS pod drives. Now, with Volvo Penta system, you have manual, you have fully automated self-docking, and now you have assisted docking. And we're going to explain the difference among them. Volvo Penta is going to display the system during the virtual CES show, Consumer Electronics Show, slated for January 11th through the 14th. Now, the assisted docking system uses software developed with the company's GPS-based DPS system, or dynamic positioning, to work with the IPS joystick. The package includes a human-machine interface.
Okay.
Or HMI at the helm,
Mm-hmm.
electronics via the engine, propulsion, sensors, and navigation processing power for a smoother docking experience. So, as we separate out these, and we're going to see more engine manufacturers and other vendors offering this type of technology, manual docking, you're on your own. And even with pod drives, some people, I never thought you could make it any easier than joystick control, to be honest with you. Because, again, I grew up and was trained on split controls, 2 shift, 2 throttle, walking the boat into a dock, walking it up to a dock alongside, using the shifters to maneuver the boat. So you still have manual. The self-docking is setting your dock or your slip up with sensors, and then you have no control at that point. It's completely taken over by the computers and puts the boat in the slip for you. The assisted docking allows the captain or the driver to still maintain control of the vessel if need be, and not completely turn it over. So it's enhanced controls, will help adjust and reposition and align.
It's like driving assist.
Yeah, lane assist or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. So it's if you're not comfortable and you've got this type of vessel and you're looking to spec it out, and maybe because of the type of boating that you do, you're transient in nature and moving from marina to marina, so you can't set each and every dock up with the sensors for the fully automated. It may be that the assisted docking would be the way to go then.
So let me ask you a question about the fully automated. You put some type of device on your dock, so this would be your normal everyday dock, would have something that speaks to your boat, telling it what position it's in. Is that what you're saying?
For fully automated.
Right. So it isn't like the cars that are self-parking now actually have sensors. You could see them around the car, the little circle dots everywhere. I guess they're a type of short-range radar. They haven't started putting those in these yachts yet, have you? Have you talked to anyone about doing that in your boats?
I don't see that happening anytime soon. But as I said, it's just not engine manufacturers that are moving forward with this technology. You've got vendors out there that have apps, devices you can hook up to your engines. You can control from your phone, from your tablet. It really gets, I don't know. I am, and I always will enjoy the feel of driving a boat, controlling the boat, and docking the boat. I like docking. It's skill based. It's a chance to hone those skills, and I would hesitate to ever fully turn it over to this human machine interface. I like driving a boat. I like controlling it. That's just me. But again, you have boaters out there that maybe aren't as adept, or they don't boat enough to hone those skills. And
Barry,
Well, the only problem with the human interface is that, the only painful part is when they first put that plug in the back of your neck.
Yeah, I know,
But
man.
once
Could
it's
you
in there,
imagine?
you're okay. Yeah.
But then they can track you forever. So
they could track
You don't think
now,
they're
but
tracking you? Yeah, exactly, Greg.
Right.
But your car is sending out all kinds of signals. That pretend truck that you drive.
Yeah. Well, what do you think that's really a pacemaker they put in your chest?
Good point. Yeah, everybody needs a tracker. They can find me once I pass out after a night of drinking.
When we do get Volvo Penta lined up for an interview, we will be talking with them more about this.
Yeah.
And what it means and what they've got maybe coming for the future.
I think it is the future. It's it's a Tesla boat type of thing. I think
what I see it migrating to, right now it's on IPS only, but I see it moving down to the stern drive segment, which you can get joystick control for now, and then it'll be stern drive boats as well. And I've even I know there's at least one manufacturer out there, believe it or not, that has created a joystick for a single engine boat, which
I don't know how that works.
I didn't even bother with the story because it's like, come on, man, it's a single engine, but it's the wave of the future. And, when we had Mark on earlier, that technology aspect of what he's doing with the electric solar hybrids, as we had talked about a few months ago, you're going to see the mainstream manufacturers start to move away from generators and going with, larger banks of batteries or to store power, and, whether it's inverters, however they wind up doing that. You're going to see, I think, more solar getting integrated into these mass-produced sport yachts, if you will, especially those that already have hard tops and that, where you've got this nice area that you can put solar panels on and, go ahead and store up some electricity.
And the battery technology is getting better. A friend of mine uses these lithium batteries that for storage, and they hold so many amps in such a small package that you can make a 300 amp battery half the size of a lead acid.
Yeah, the thing will be, one thing for generators to go away, and when you're out on the hook and you want to have run your systems, you'll have that stored bank of energy or power. What engine manufacturers do going forward will be something else, as far as, are they going all in on electric, or are they going to continue with gas and diesel?
Yeah, or some kind of hybrid in the interim period.
Yeah.
But I love the fact, and Mark, talked about it a little bit, but from Novolux about their yacht, but they're so quiet. That's why I love the idea of, that's what I love sailboats. I don't like hearing the engine noise. That's what's so romantic, and where you feel connected to the sea when you're out on a sailboat cruising, and you're just under wind power, but just having that same kind of effect with an electric engine like that, and still have it,
But
quiet.
you're not tied to wind with the sailboat.
Exactly.
You're tied to the wind.
It might even be quieter because you don't even hear the wind at that point.
Listen, the only thing you like about sailboats, Greg, is the chance to go jibe ho.
Yeah, well,
that's
who doesn't?
That's you every time. Or unless what was the one that you were swinging from the mast on some kind of wooden seat?
Yeah, in a pirate ship. Yeah, you do that. You just grab a rope and swing around the side of it, and
you did that in the Caribbean.
Yeah, that was in Grenada. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's what you do. You act like a pirate when you're on a pirate ship, Patrick. It's kind of protocol. Come on. All right,
Pirates
more coming
never
up.
Did that.
Arr, matey. We got more coming up on the World of Boating.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Do you have a message or product you need to share with the boating world? Well, look no further than the World of Boating radio show. Just like you, thousands of boating enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to worldofboating.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Traffic sucks, unless you're scuba diving with Mike Scott.
Mike glanced down at his dive computer. It showed less than 50 psi left in his tank. Probably just a few more breaths.
Or riding shotgun in a thrilling car chase.
One bullet hit the Jeep's windshield, spiderwebbing the passenger side. Mike shifted into second gear and felt the Jeep leap forward. This just got serious.
Escape your commute with audiobooks from author Eric Douglas. Download to your phone. Go to booksbyeric.com or audible.com.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why we've added Nanook protective hard cases to our list of products you can now purchase on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. Underwater photographers, listen up. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook protective cases cost less than similar products currently on the market. The company has been around for over 15 years, but it's new to the U.S., so we've made a small number of Nanook cases available exclusively for you at a special introductory price on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Go there now and check out Nanook, the evolution of protection.
have successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the world of boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
I see land. Wait, I know this area. There. That is the safest place to come ashore.
You're certain?
I've never been more certain of anything in my life. Wow! I did not know.
Navigate through before we round it out for today's big show there, Patrick. What do you think?
I think we lost Patrick.
Well,
he had an issue.
No, I didn't.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm there. It's you may drop on you.
Okay. Don't drop anything on us.
Yeah. From the land of bandana-wearing iguanas,
Barry's
which is basically
backyard.
Barry's backyard.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Barry, you came across an interesting story this week.
Oh, yeah. And only in South Florida, there was the U.S. Coast Guard came across a 15-foot floating tiki bar. Now, this would be great if Walt had this in his backyard.
Yes, Cam Walt would.
It's actually a tiki bar that floats with a little motor, and
we've
people
seen
take them
these.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was one floating out there.
Abandoned?
No, it wasn't abandoned. The driver,
Greg,
I'm listening. Let him go.
Let Barry tell the story.
Okay, go.
The driver was found slumped over the wheel. And he was arrested for DUI. And one of the funny things is that he lists his address as sailboat under Jewfish Creek Bridge in the arrest log. That was his address.
Well, that's where he usually keeps his tiki bar.
Only in South Florida.
Only in South Florida could you do that.
Well, I mean, that's where having one of these autonomous vessels with the Volvo Penta IP system would have come in handy.
Possibly.
Because once he's, sloped over the steering wheel, the boat would take control and just navigate back to his home port under the bridge. Where do you live? I live on a tiki boat under a bridge down by a river or something like that.
Only in South Florida.
Only
or the Keys.
In South Florida, for sure. Yeah. So I like it. I mean, I've seen those things, though. Have you actually seen any of those floating tiki bars?
I've never seen them before. When I saw that, I thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
That pretty much is your best day boat for going out, in the bay and just hanging out all day long.
Right. Yeah. But evidently you got to pace yourself. There should be.
I just don't know how you would trail it,
There has to be a designated captain, even for those vessels.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. DUIs cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
And the only other story that I had is, of course, in South Florida, once again, another yacht had been pulled over for being an illegal charter. It seems to happen quite often down here. I guess people are getting tired of staying in their house and they're going out and chartering these yachts, but they're not really checking their credentials to see if they are actual yachts that can be chartered, where they have the licensed captain and all that.
Right.
So the Coast Guard's looking for them and just pulling them over.
So you have to have a special captain designation to be able to charter your vessel?
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be an inspected vessel.
Right.
When you go out diving on Jeff's boats.
I know, but that's for the vessel. But what about the captain? Does
the captain too? Yeah.
Okay.
Both. It's either, if it's only going to be 6 passengers or less, you get your 6-pack license.
Right.
Which is where that comes from. Or the licenses go up from there. So yeah, you're supposed to have.
But I guess if you're planning to charter the boat, you need to be going beyond just what the captain tells you. You shouldn't necessarily take his word for it.
No, you shouldn't. You should check and ask for the credentials, because if they pull you over, they're just going to end your trip for the day. You probably paid a lot of money for that.
Right, but what would those credentials look like, Barry? I mean,
as far as I have no idea what the license
I mean, if they flash their library card, that might be enough for me. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what the official certificate's supposed to look like.
Well, you said you may be going diving tomorrow, so you can ask. Or you got to, if you're going to be on Arian's boat, ask her, what does your license look like?
It's Aria, by the way, just so we're clear. Don't make
I'll
her
get it
into
right
some
one
kind
day.
of white supremacist or something.
No,
My
I
God.
know. So.
Jeez.
No, never. She's
Aria,
too nice a
Captain
lady.
Aria,
Aria.
Yeah, I've never bothered to, look at what the certificate looks like. But, if they just presented you some kind of ID card, oh, yeah, here's my thing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it looks official.
Why does it say Chuck E. Cheese on it?
Right. Yeah,
Exactly.
you got to look at it a little closer than that, I guess, because
Captain
evidently
Patrick probably has something that he could show us.
Well, I'm sure he would, but maybe that'll be something he can do for us next week. Yeah, we lost him.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Maybe we get him back. Hold on. Let's see.
Oh, I don't know.
There he. I think I see him coming back
You
or
think
trying
you see
to.
him coming back? Maybe he could.
The interwebs
get
conspired
his,
against Captain Patrick, and he dropped on us. But now
There
there
he
he
is.
is. He's back.
Can you show us your license so we can see what a real captain's license
we want you
looks
to
like?
prove that indeed you are a Captain Patrick, can you?
He's looking all over.
Well, we want to see your documents.
Yes.
And show us your papers.
Hold on.
See, he's delaying. He's
gonna go
doing
get
a
his
tap
library
dance.
card.
Right,
Here we go.
exactly. It says, what is that Blockbuster? It says buy rent 9, get 1 free. No, that doesn't show that you're a captain. Okay,
No,
I'll tell
don't-
you what.
You'll do it next week.
Yeah, he has his homework.
That illegal charge.
You're gonna have to produce your
there he is. He's gonna
papers.
take it off the wall.
No, yeah, that's like some album or something. I don't believe
It's
it.
some album.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
Merchant
that.
Marine
A
officer.
Merchant Marine
Oh, you
officer.
can buy those on eBay for like
I don't
50
think
cents.
so.
All right, look, that'll have to do it for this week. Till next time, remember, whether it is sail or motor,
life is better as a boater.
Safe boating, everyone.
Come back here, you barnacle-bitten swab! World of Boating is brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Any of this getting through to you, son?
World of Boating is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Computer standing by.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past shows worldwide over the internet at worldofboating.com.
Computers can do that?
So tell a friend and come aboard every week for the World of Boating.
This is so great. I can't wait. I'm getting goosebumps. Feel me. Feel me.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
TTFN, ta-ta for now.
The opinions you just heard on the World of Boating are those of the hosts, callers, and guests. They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
What are you being such a weenie for?
While on the water, your safety and the safety of many others depends on you. So boat smart and operate your vessel only after receiving the proper training and instruction for your area.
There is a fine line between genius and madness.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at worldofboating.com.